Each senator here is committed to making sure that opportunity is the word that becomes synonymous with our party and synonymous with what the average person whose family is working paycheck to paycheck, mired in challenging situations, sometimes poverty, sometimes single-parent households, sometimes living with grandparents.
For me, poverty is the inability of free enterprise to reach somebody. Someone is not benefiting from the promise of free enterprise because there's an obstacle, something's blocking them from getting access to it. And in many cases, it starts out with people that are born into disadvantage. I mean, they're living in substandard housing in a dangerous neighborhood. They're forced to attend a poor school, perhaps being raised in a poor family. Those are 4 strikes against you by the time you're 5. So unless something extraordinary happens, most of those people, most of those children growing up in that environment are going to struggle. And one of those is housing. And you think about public housing, where the American taxpayer spends billions of dollars a year to help people who are struggling have basic housing. It's got to be, sanitary. It's got to be a place that's safe. And so when you go to a housing project like we've gone to, and you see a place that's neither safe nor sanitary, where people are living in apartments that are filled with mold and leaking air conditioning units that sometimes don't even work. I mean, how are those kids going to succeed if they go home every night to a place like that, not to mention a drug dealer outside and all the other problems in between? And so when it's subsidized by the American taxpayer, and these landlords that are running these properties are just pocketing the money and not investing any of it to upkeep these properties, that's an issue we need to confront. But ultimately, I believe our goal is to cure poverty, not to treat its symptoms, which is what we're doing today. We treat the symptoms and alleviate the pain of poverty, but we're not curing it. And our goal, I believe, as part of this opportunity work, I believe should be to cure poverty, because poverty is an impediment to upward mobility. It's what's holding people back in many cases. And so I'm excited about being able to work with these folks, because one more thing that Tim said, which is very true, is poverty is diverse. I mean, there's rural poverty, there's urban poverty, and even within urban and rural communities, some of the causes or some of the leading causes behind the poverty there may differ from place to place. So, our hope is to apply our principles of limited government and free enterprise to cure these problems.